we're going to talk about how to dismantle the glass ceiling and overcome the money blocks. So, first of all, what is a glass ceiling? A glass ceiling is essentially a limit that you have put on your earning potential. I'll say that again. A glass ceiling is essentially a limit that you have put on your earning potential. And I was writing an email today about pricing and supporting people to price their services and products effectively. And I do this a lot in my work. But the thing is, it's very easy to get sort of influenced by an industry standard or industry pricing strategy if you are in an industry. And if you're employed, then the glass ceiling concept will really resonate with you. So essentially it is a limit, a financial limit that you have subconsciously, because you're not conscious of it, subconsciously placed on your earning potential. And it's so amazing when we start to dive in to these limits and blocks and the ways in which we've decided to show up within our financial potential and with our earnings. So now you know what the glass ceiling is. How do you start to dismantle it? Because I know that so many of you will relate to this sense that there is a cap on the amount of money that you are able to make or earn or manifest, right? And you probably know what I'm going to say if you've been following me for a while. Those blocks, those limits, the glass ceiling effect has usually been put in place mentally based on past experiences that you've been through, conversations that you had with your parents, or people around you when you were growing up about what they were earning, or even when you start a new career, like many of you have done now, you're starting a new business, you're growing that. You can't help but be influenced by what other people are charging in their industry. I'm just going to share a very short little story to bring to life what I'm talking about. So my first business I started in 2012, and it was an in-person therapy business, right? I had a clinic in central London in Marylebone, and I saw clients back to back, like probably about 25 to 30 clients a week, which is a lot of clients one-on-one. And those of you who are coaches and practitioners and PTs and healthcare professionals or practitioners of any sort, even consultants, you will get what I mean when I say that 25 to 30 clients is a lot to see a week. And the nature of the clinic that I was practicing in back then was such that everybody's photo was on the wall. All the practitioners' photos were on the wall with the price next to them. Now, having just come from the corporate world in 2012, I had a bit of an attitude where I was really, really enforceful, strong-minded, strong-willed in relation to undercharging. I was like, I am not undercharging for my services because I am evolving as a brand. Just because I left the corporate world and a high-flying directorship in an ad agency and sidestepped into a career in therapy, I am not starting from scratch here. I am evolving as a brand. And that's a really important thing, actually. That's a really good tip right there. I'm going to repeat it. If you are transitioning out of a corporate job at the moment and wanting to start your own business, I say this to clients all the time. Listen, you are not starting from scratch. You are evolving as a brand. You being the brand in the corporate umbrella, or you being the brand in your own business, you are evolving. Right? It's almost like a brand evolving. Imagine Coca-Cola evolving into new product areas. That's what you're doing, right? So just remember that when you are pricing. So in this clinic, all the practitioners' photos on the wall, everybody's price next to their photo. And because I believe in myself, and I believed in myself back then, and even though it was like a year into my first business, I really was like, you know what do I want to charge? And honestly, I was always the highest charging practitioner in that ecosystem, always. And it takes courage to price yourself based on what you intuitively believe you are worth, right? And sometimes, and here's the spiritual concept coming in, sometimes when you ask your soul what to charge, it's something really ginormous and it's quite triggering, but it's something that you need to grow into. Anyway, glass ceiling. So when I was in my first business, I realized that actually there was only a limit to the amount I could charge if I placed it on myself. Does that make sense? Let me know.